We are here, we are here, we are here on this amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis, and we are marking up EUR CAD. We are on the 12-month time frame. Price action, last candle to right hand side, the bullish green candle. Second last candle, bullish green doji dragonfly cross. So that market could be pushing out that area as we see. Current price is sitting at 1.49798. So if price work is way up, it's headed to the third to last candle near that area, which will be near the numbers of 1.55550. If price comes down, it can tag that body of the red and green towards that low area, which would be near the numbers of 1.43636. And we can see that price action hanging out in a midpoint, near the midpoint. So let's take a look at what pattern is being formed. So price action, as I said before, bullish green candle coming from support of the second leg. So we're going to see if that market pushes up. So if that market pushes up, let's see where it's coming from. So we can see where market started off at. It started off at a high, came down to a overall structure of lows, came back to that high, basically consolidated near the highs in the midpoint or near the midpoint area. And we're going to see if that market's going to respect with the second last candle. So if you see the multiple touches that respect in that midpoint area, so if that market pushes up from price, where is it coming from? So when that market did come back down, identify the first, second, third, fourth, retest 1, retest 2, retest 3, retest, and this will be the push out. If so, market coming from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So primarily it's always 5 pushes to the bottom. Sometimes it's 6. So this is 6-1. So it's like 5 bottoms and a retest, and that market can push out that area. But if that market is rejected, what can be performed? So what can happen is you're looking for price action. As we can see here, the highest high, green and red, identified as the first, second, third, fourth, so a double top. Market came back to retest, so we have a double top and a retest. Market pushed down, came back to retest the previous side. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And if the market basically consolidated, and if it stops at the midpoint in that area or near price action, if it stops at that midpoint, it'll break retest and then drop down. If you ask where the market's coming from now, it's coming from a triple top and a double retest, and the pattern that's being formed right here. And we can see that M pattern for that first, second, third, fourth. Double top, retest, market drop down just within this area here. It's a double top and retest if it's denied at the current price action area. Working our way down to the 6-month time frame. So price action on the 6-month time frame is reading as a bullish green candle. We can see that it's pushing through the midpoint. So we're going to see how it's going to push up further. It's going to consolidate sideways, or it may just be identified. It may be a reversal to come down as you walk down the time frame. But if we look at price action, second last candle, and we can see that market was to support with the second last candle wick. The pattern that was being formed was from the opposite side, which we can see a clear W. So that market is identified as first, second, third, fourth, double bottom, retest the previous side of that double bottom, and we're looking for price to push and break out of that SR lines that we created. And if so, identify as first, second, third, fourth, retest, market push out, retest, could push up, create another incline W, just push up in bullish green. And if it's denied, we'll see that. Working our way down to the 3-month time frame. So price action on the 3-month time frame, reading as a bullish green candle. Second last candle, bullish green doji. So what's happening in that market, in that area, market pushed down with the spike down with the fourth to last candle, created the first leg, second leg, pushed up, went through the zone. The second last candle, I should say third candle, pushed through the zone, second last candle, pushed through the SR line. Second last candle came back to retest, price action pushed up. So now we can see that market's creating that double bottom. So that means that after price action pushes up, it may identify as a bullish green candles pushing up, or we may see a break and retest before that market pushes up as we walk down the time frame. Walking down to the monthly time frame, so price action on the monthly time frame. So this structure is identifying, earlier is identified as a double bottom and a retest. Now we're starting to see a double bottom and a double retest. So let's go head over to price action, bullish green candle, still breaking that midpoint of the SR line that we created. If we look at where price is coming from, we did identify the W earlier, but now we have another areas of respect, as we can see. So if we created that first, second, third, fourth, so we have a double bottom, and now we can see that clear retest. And the market pushes out from that double bottom and a double retest and make it back up to previous areas. Working our way down to the weekly time frame. Price action, bullish green candle, starting to see the break of, still seeing the break of the price action candle. So we have to wait to follow up to see if it's going to push, break out, retest to push up, or it may consolidate, or it may just identify a reversal and work its way down. And something where you could think about is going above that high and that low of that SR line just a little bit, and you can see that the market is in a zone. So you want to see the market break above that zone or break down unless it's consolidating. So right now is within that zone, so we're going to call it consolidation to that patterns form for the breakout, and we're going to see the retest. So now we see a full breakout with the price action candle, so on a daily time frame. So what is reading as price action, what happened at that low, we have a double bottom, so we can clearly see that first, second, third, fourth. Market pushed up with the second last candle. The price action is the retest, and we're going to see if it's going to push up bullish green candles, consolidate sideways, or drop back through the SR line. Heading over the second last candle, grabbing the top of that wick of that candle, which would be the wick, grabbing the second to last candle of the market, grabbing that body. So as we walk down the time frame, let's take a look at what's going on. So we can see that the market did break the previous second last candle, headed down to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, we are receiving, we have the break, multiple retests. So price, second, third is the retest of the top, let's say the top side of that SR line. So we're having that consolidation. So that a pattern can be performed in that area, but overall, that market is working its way sideways. Headed down to the 3-hour time frame, we have a push up, a retest, and the market still consolidated sideways. Third last candle spiked down to a low, so it's respecting the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh to last candle of the market. So you can think about that as being like a W if it pushes up, came down, first, second, third, fourth, and it's consolidated sideways. So it could be a double bottom in there, but at least it's reading with the candles. So as we can see the double bottom much more clear. So double bottom respected, market broke through, came back to retest on the 2-hour time frame, first, second, third. We're going to see if it's going to push up. So price action, long up, wick up to the top. So long up with the top with the price action, third last candle, long wick towards the bottom. Combine these two candles in together, and that just becomes a huge consolidation, or a huge doji, I should say. So that market just consolidating sideways. So we're still waiting for that market to perform. Now the performance we're looking for to break out near the numbers of 1.49919 or below the areas of 1.49524. And the reason why is because we don't know if that market's going to respect the low of the third last candle, respect the high of the second last candle, or the price action candle. Headed down to the 1, the 45, the 30, the 15. Okay, guys, this is Cam Jones, FX, EUR, CAD.